Welcome everybody. Come on in and get comfortable while we make a 10-minute craft with these cute wood slices from the dollar store and some of our printables from our website. Now I'm just choosing which one I'd like. I'm thinking the cardinal. So to start this off, we're just going to take some white paint and paint the center of the wood slices, going up to the edge of the bark. If you get a little on the bark, don't worry about it. You could always wipe it back after. So just getting a nice even coat on here. And then we're going to set this aside to dry. Now while it's drying, I'm going to grab a paintbrush and dip it into some water. And I'm just going to go around the edge of my circle. And then using my fingernail, I like to just kind of tear the paper away. If you happen to have short fingernails, you can always use the eraser end of your pencil and just kind of pull it away. I like to give it a frayed edge. I just find it blends in better with the paint. But if you prefer to fussy cut, you could always take a pair of scissors and cut around the image or the circle, whatever you prefer. But I do find if I tear it and I leave it with that fringed edge, that it blends in very nicely. There we go. Now I'm going to take some Mod Podge and a paintbrush. If you happen to have the Pentart Decoupage glue or whatever medium you prefer, go ahead and use that. But Mod Podge is something that everybody can pretty much get their hands on for a reasonable price. And so I thought I'd kind of use up my stock of it. So I applied a nice even coat. It's a generous coat, but it's an even coat. And then I'm just going to do a little tear at the top of my cardinal round here. That's just for the string. So a little tear that the string will fit through. And then I'm just going to line it up, tap it down into place, and pull that string up through. And then just kind of push those edges down first. And then with my fingers, I'm just going to lightly tap it out. It is looking awesome already. But just in case this gets wet, of course, we're going to want to seal this up. So we're going to take another coat of Mod Podge and apply that to the top. Just make sure I get underneath that string there. Perfect. Now to speed up the process, I am grabbing my little dryer here and I'm going to dry this up, although you could let it air dry. Okay, now that it's dry, let's flip it over and do the other side. Just make sure it's not tacky first. Okay, so we're going to flip it over and we're going to do those same steps all over again. Now I'm going to pick up the speed a little bit here, just because we've already covered it. But if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comments below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. If you like this project, how about if you're new to the page? Just want to say hi. I would love that as well. Okay, now while that paint is drying, I'm going to grab that paintbrush again, a little bit of water, and I'm going to go all around my circle. And then I'm going to use my thumbnail again and just kind of tear that, making sure that I don't grab any of that beige background. I just want the circle. So you might want to go just a little bit inside the line. You'll have to excuse my voice. I'm still getting over a cold, but I couldn't wait to do this project with you. There we go. Now let's grab some Mod Podge and we'll get a nice even coat. Again, you want it to be generous, but a nice even coat. Looking good. Again, do a little tear up at the top. Just going to make sure that I maybe tear it a little bit going each way, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like a tiny T torn into the top, just so that that rope fits in there nicely. Again, I'm going to pat it all down nicely with my fingers and do another coat of Mod Podge. I was just thinking while I was making these, These would make beautiful tags on a gift. If you were just to wrap a gift in like just brown paper, have a pretty ribbon on it, and then tie one of these to the top, ooh la la, I think these would look gorgeous. Okay, we're just going to dry this up, and they could be called done. Finished, absolutely gorgeous. But let's take it up a notch. So now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to grab a little Mod Podge, and I'm going to put a generous coat all around that outer edge. Again, I'm not covering up the bark because I really like that rustic edging to it, but I'm just going around the edge of the image. Nice generous coat, and then I'm going to grab some diamond dust. I think it's going to look stunning. It kind of gives it a snowy, crystally look. Now, if you're not a big fan of diamond dust because it is tiny little shards of glass, you could always just use some white glitter. It would look absolutely stunning. A nice generous coat, let it sit for a second or two, and then I tap it off. Now, carefully, I'm just making sure that there's none stuck down to the center, just in case it might have been a little tacky. And then I'm going to shake all that diamond dust back into the center, and I'm just going to set my image back down on it. And again, we're going to do the same to the other side. So a nice generous coat all around the edge of this beautiful cardinal wreath. If you're enjoying this project, please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these kind of projects, or maybe you have different ideas. What kind of crafting are you interested in? Now let's take some more diamond dust and give it a nice coat. Oh, it's looking stunning. If you're going to tap it down like I just did, do it very carefully. Again, tiny shards of glass. Then we're going to shake it off, and it is gorgeous. Take a little brush here. Now, if you use one of your paintbrushes that you use for painting, make sure you wash that really well before you paint, because next time you'll have little pieces of glass stuck inside your paintbrush. But it is a great way to get off all the loose pieces. I hope you enjoyed this project. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Till next time, have a great day.